No place better for Friday afternoon baseball than Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the opener of this three-game set between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball next on the show. Jason Hamill gets the call for game one of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the fours, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Phil Gosselin makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Afternoon for Arizona, second baseman, Phil Gosselin.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
Hit out towards second. Zobrist is there, and the throw to first is in time, one gone. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, you've really got to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. He comes in among the National League leaders in batting average, so he's been handling a hot bat all year, and it'll be fun to watch him do his thing in this one.
In now, Chris Herman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Hamill has his target. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, when you talk about one of the most athletic shortstops in all of the game, Addison Russell comes to mind. He's got a great throwing arm and possesses awesome range. Can go either direction. Besides that, he carries with him some very soft hands. Just a joy to watch.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Soler is there, and that's the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Gets the start for Arizona in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2. You're going to have to pitch real well in this one to keep that ERA as minuscule as it is.
Michael Bourne is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field.
Now playing center field,
Now there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Cubs, center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Sent on the ground out to second. And taken in out there for the first out. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, this is not a team that hits a ton of home runs. They don't rely on the long ball to get it done. So they've got to get guys on, get them over, and then get them in.
Jorge Soler will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. EK, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Yeah, and that last loss dropped them back to the 500 mark on the year. So obviously they'd like to get back into that positive numbers with a win here.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, on his way to second now. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
I'll tell you what, when you've lost a few games in a row, home runs are obviously nice, but nothing really fires up the dugout quite like a triple. He looks right into that third base dugout and says, "Come on, guys, let's turn this thing around."
Chris Bryant will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits in his last 10.
First offering on its way. This is hit well out toward deep left field. Tomas ranging back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall, and he is in there.
Batting fourth, first baseman, Anthony.
Boy, already a triple and a double against him here in the first inning, and he has not looked all too sharp, at least early on.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Any surprise they're attacking him like this? Those are 2 good pitches.
No, I think that's the way this guy operates. He won't back down out there, nor should he.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Tomas sprinting after it. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. With a moment now, let's bring in a look at the defensive alignment for the Diamondbacks. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, if you can say there is a defensive threat on this team, he's standing down there at first base. I say that because he's very good at keeping balls in front of him, helping his fellow infielders. Just a guy that's an asset every single game.
Kyle Schwarber will get his first opportunity. Just 1 for 4 yesterday, although his 1 hit was a triple.
Well, yesterday he just kept things rolling. You know, he's had 8 RBIs in his last 10 games. I got to take that.
And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, overall, Parker is a solid umpire, but I have seen sometimes when there was some inconsistency calling the corners. As a pitcher, it seems he doesn't always give you the same spot when it's on the black.
Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, number 10 for him on the year, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Ben Zobrist gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak.
Ben Zobrist.
Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. That last home run believed to be in the neighborhood of 440 feet. Here comes the 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. Tomas shading to his right, and that ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's 3-0 Chicago. Jake Lamb for the first time. And he's been in a bit of a slump recently.
Jake Lamb.
Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Hamill gets the sign. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he essentially tripled up there. That means he threw the same pitch 1, 2, 3 times in a row. You don't see that very often, but it's going to work out for him as he gets the strikeout.
Wellington Castillo will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. First delivery to him on the way. Ground ball right side. Rizzo is there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
And that's a good guy to take care of on one pitch, especially on a swing like that.
Yasmani Tomas will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
2 out, nobody on. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. hit to third. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games he's been good, hitting over 350.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Herman giving chase. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting 8, catcher David Ross.
Set to get his day started, David Ross. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Hit back up the middle. There is Ahmed. Throw on to first is in time, and Greinke's got himself 2 outs.
Batting 9, catcher Jason Hamill.
Now at the plate, Jason Hamill, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Boy, and he's turned things around from that last inning as this pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
Well, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on. It's starting to look like he's finding the rhythm now.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it 3-0. Michael Bourne will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And here's a pitch swung on and missed, 1-2 now.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Hit in the air out to center field. Fowler has a read on it, makes the play, 1 away.
Batting 8, shortstop Nick Ahmed.
Nick Ahmed will stride in now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's ball game.
When you're hitting under 200 on the season, you've got to come up with a good performance every once in a while, and yesterday was one of those.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Check swing, but
then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game. That one away, and he stays alive. Hamill into the wind. 1-2 on its way. Drilled to first. To the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 21, Zach Greinke.
Zach Greinke will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Out in front of it, strike one. 2 out, nobody on. Ball 1.
Yeah, he didn't get the call there, but he's making some quality pitches on that outside corner.
And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Good curveball right there, and that just really froze him.
Here's the 1-2 delivery.
Nope.
2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Still down 3-0. Dexter Fowler will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
Center fielder.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gosselin fields it cleanly, and he's set down 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Jorge Soler.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jorge Soler. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
Gets a small piece near the plate, but it gets foul. Shot toward right center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, that hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
Stepping up to the plate, Chris Bryant. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
Here's the first pitch to him. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Greinke over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. The The 1-0 delivery. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Herman moves over. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
At the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He flew out in his last at-bat. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. And he misses again, 2-0.
Well, I think he's getting frustrated with his inability to get ahead of hitters. Well, this is not the kind of guy you want to fall behind 2-0.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber, as Greinke jumps ahead of him here with strike 1.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Comes set with the 0-1. Hot shot on the ground to short. Ahmed has it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple, but they lead it 3-0. Phil Gosselin will stand in to begin their half of the 4th, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Hamels is ready. Here's the first pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Fowler over to his right, 1 down. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both guys bringing it pretty good. A couple of matching 94s as the 2 top speeds thus far. Chris Herman is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. To short. Russell has it. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
And not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Paul Goldschmidt digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
And it's quickly 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Ben Zobrist is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Lifted in the air to center. Thorne on the run. 1 out.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. The ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Addison Russell is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch of the at-bat. Hard hit ball to second. Gosselin is there. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
The catcher, number 4, David Ross.
Stepping into the box, David Ross. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Jason Hamill comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
First pitch on its way. And Greinke gets ahead with the fastball. 0-1. Three runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Jake Lamb heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth with a punch-out, 1 away.
Well, this is the second time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play?
Wellington Castillo stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lined back over second. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
And even though they've been out hit by 5 so far, this is still just a 3-0 game. So they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Yasmani Tomas stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
High in the air out to center field. Fowler is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Dexter Fowler will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. 1-2 balls and a strike. Hey. 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chopped at the plate, but that one rolls foul.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And there's a look at his pitch count so far. You can see he's already thrown 37 pitches for strikes. That shows me that he's been able to work the zone effectively to this point.
Into the box, Jorge Soler. He singled his last time up. A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. Now the pitch. Hit hard to short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
And so far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count. And these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
Chris Bryant steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Greinke over to first. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
He's set, and the pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
This is where a guy who's been very aggressive around the plate may start thinking about being a little more fine later on in the game. When these guys start thinking, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go up there and jump on the first pitch. You don't even have to throw him something good to hit.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Cubs are on top, 3-0. Nick Ahmed will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Now here it comes. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. Breakdown looks like so far.
David Peralta will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 6, David Peralta.
Chop foul right at home plate. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. In there at the letters, 1-2 now. Hit hard to the right side. Taken in by Zobrist. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And I'll tell you what, a 3-0 lead with the way this guy's throwing must look like a 10-0 lead to these guys. I mean, they just haven't been able to solve him at all so far.
Phil Gosselin will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. 1-2. Here it comes. swing and a hot shot toward third. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Still down 3-0. Andrew Chafin will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far.
Andrew Chafin.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. And he lays off there, 1-0.
That's a dangerous but well-placed pitch there. Most power hitters are tempted by pitches up in the zone, but that one was so far enough up that he wouldn't have been able to do much with it.
And now some action in that Arizona bullpen, as it looks like they'll have both the lefty and a righty up to throw. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Drilled on the ground to short. Oh, and it goes right past him out there at short.
And he'll be thinking that's an out he should have had here to lead off the inning. This was maybe not the most routine of hops, but still, you'd think he'd at least be able to get a glove on it.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Comes set, and the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Chopped toward the second baseman. Barehanded on the hop. One there. It's late. He's safe.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Great effort defensively and a nice job of hustling down the line there. Addison Russell will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe...
The 0-1 delivery. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Runners on first with 1 down. High and wide. 2 balls and a strike. In there, 2-2.
2 strikes.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. The tag gets 1. Throw to first, not in time, so they'll settle for 1 out. David Ross will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
Boy, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Here's a high pop-up. Lamb is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. One left for the Cubs. They lead it 3-0. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front, and before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Chris Herman will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Paul Goldschmidt will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Here it comes. And this one runs up high, ball one.
Well, this is an important time for him to bear down. He's thrown the ball very well, but he doesn't want to let the meat of this order ruin what he's done so far.
Hard hit to first. To the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out.
Boy, this guy's got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Jake Lamb stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, he started off this way, and he continues on. He's throwing first pitch strikes to 80% of the batters he's faced, and we're late in this ballgame, and that's why he's on top.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Tyler Clippard will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Tyler Clippard.
Jason Hamill will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control, 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Dexter Fowler will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Tomas waits on it. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Jorge Soler.
Stepping in, Jorge Soler. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. Now here's the pitch. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Cubs are down in order, but they lead it 3-0. Wellington Castillo will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all. And when he has, they've been out of the zone.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Yasmani Tomas will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Pitch on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Hit on the ground to short. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Michael Bourne will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2.
Man, I don't know what he's waiting for. Well, that one was even more down the middle than the last one was.
Here it comes on 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Popped up. Russell posts under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They trail in this one 3-0. Chris Bryant digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
For the Cubs, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Herman has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. A couple of good pitching performances by both clubs here. 3-0 our score as you get a look there at the inning-by-inning recap through the first 7 and change. Anthony Rizzo gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And now a pitch on the way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night.
Yeah, and this ball's hit right down the line and not fair by a whole lot. You can see the umpire right on it to make the call. He gets it right as this ball is fair by not more than a foot or so.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Nope. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
And guys, I think the heavy stuff has arrived. This has got to be as hard as we've seen all afternoon.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Man, he goes for this pitch hook, line, and sinker. I'll tell you, he needed a hook, line, and sinker to fish that one out of the dirt.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. And a pitch takes off inside and gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
This may have something to do with the rain that's falling out there. It looked like he just lost his grip on the baseball, and they'll certainly rule that a wild pitch.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Tomas is over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Cubs strand 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Nick Ahmed will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
That is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Please, Hamill, don't hurt him.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Drilled right back up the middle, and this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
A.J. Pollock will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
A.J. Pollock.
Fastball in there for a called strike. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. A little low, it's 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Set to deal on 2-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Into the box now, Phil Gosselin, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
Hold strike two with the letters, 0-2 now. Way outside, 1-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-2 pitch. And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now.
I think that's enough toying with him now. I bet he comes right at him on 2-2.
Runners on first with one down. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Chris Herman will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden, and that's going to be off for Jason Hamill. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Aroldis Chapman is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 54, Aroldis Chapman.
Chris Herman will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Chapman sets. Here comes the first pitch. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And there's the hat trick, as that's his third strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that's all about playing the percentages there. They bring the left-hander out of the bullpen to get the better matchup, and he obliges with the big strikeout.
Will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs, so if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting toward the third base dugout, and he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
And that turns out to be a great start to this series for these guys as they take game 1 here in front of the home crowd.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he definitely turned in the standout performance in this one. He finishes with an even 10 strikeouts, and he was instrumental in leading his guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 3-0. So long from Wrigleyville.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jason Hamill. His record is now 5-6. The save goes to Aroldis Chapman, his 3rd. The loss goes to Zach Greinke. His record is now 5-5. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. A reminder that extra southbound CTA Red Line trains will be available at the Addison Street Station 1 block east of Wrigley Field. Northbound passengers are asked to board at the Sheridan Station. Post-game bus service will also be available on the 8 Halstead, 22 Clark, 152 Addison, and the 154 Wrigley Field Express routes.